Hey guys, let's spend a minute and talk about this situation. Kind of a difficult situation. I'll tell you how I think about 𝐒𝐿𝐹 in a minute. Let's just talk about this. This is one of the biggest trading card game heists in the history of trading card games. We've never seen a robbery this big before. So apparently this dude walks up to TCW, which is Trading Card World, and offers to sell them what looks like tens of thousands of alt art and rainbow art and secret rares, Pokemon cards from one set, right? So he decided to sell everything he had from that one set, and it looks like he had tens of thousands of cards, right? So the story goes that TCW reached out, asked him, "How the hell did you get all these cards?" They assumed he had to open 100,000 packs to open these cards. So he asked about owners of the store asked about it, and the guy kind of linked back to his job in a printer or a press that used to make Pokemon cards. So let's read a little bit about this, and what happened was they were able to contact Pokemon. They were able to get back the product, but this guy had to be one of the dumbest guys in the world to walk into a store with every single one of your cards that you stole. Like, can you chill? Can you go a couple of days in a row, sell a couple of cards, come back again the next day? Maybe. Why would you even tell them you used to work at a Pokemon press? This is insane. Has to be the dumbest. Have you guys seen those videos or those shows where the dumbest criminals in America? This guy has to be the dumbest criminal in history to just walk in with every single card he stole. After rumors of there's no hits and saying that I worked in the facility that made these cards, just opened up red flags. So let's read a little bit. It certainly looks like someone might have stolen a bunch of rare Fusion Strike cards from the Pokemon Company, according to evidence surfacing from Dallas-based Pokemon trading card community. The alleged thief tried to sell them to a local shop, only to be turned over to the Pokemon Company in what the store is calling the largest return of stolen property to date in the trading card game's history. Details of the apparent heist began spilling out of closed Pokemon World Facebook group onto Reddit over the weekend. A photo showing stacks of valuable Fusion Strike cards. Bro, this has to be like 100,000. There has to be like 20,000 cards in here in this picture. Details of the apparent heist began spilling out of the closed. From full art trainers all the way to VMAX, Mews, Espeons, Gengars covering the table quickly blew up on Pokemon TCG Reddit. The next day, Guava Wave returned with a post of the statement from Trading Card World, which is the shop that the guy tried to sell his cards at. And the statement says, the card shop, it said it had immediately been suspicious of the haul. I'm telling you, you had to be the dumbest human being in history to walk in with every single card and try to sell it. You had to be one of the dumbest guys in history, believing the only way someone could have such a concentrated number of rare cards from one set was by making counterfeits or stealing them. That's why they asked him, they're like, "How did you get all these cards? How many packs did you open?" And he's like, "I didn't really open any packs. I just used to work there and they gave us those cards," which even opened up more red flags. When questioned, the seller apparently revealed that he worked for a Pokemon card printing company. TCW says it immediately informed the Pokemon Company, which performed its own investigation and recovered the stolen cards. So it looks like they were 100% stolen. And here we have a statement from the Pokemon Company. We take the protection of our IP and associate products very seriously. This matter remains under investigation. We cannot comment on details at this time. However, we can confirm that Sword and Shield booster packs and products were shipped to retail as intended, and we have no indication that the integrity of the products were impacted by any confirmed or unconfirmed theft. Pokemon can say whatever the fuck they want to say, but when I see that many cards on the table, there's no way that did not impact your printing, the product you were selling. There's no freaking way. So what are you telling me? You just print extra cards for free, for fun? You just print extra of the rares? If he has all the rares, how are you telling me if he has that many rares, how are you telling me it didn't impact the product in any way? There's no way. Like, what you're saying makes no sense. We have evidence that the product Doesn't exist. It was removed. It was sort of stolen. And then you guys, with no evidence, you're going to tell me it didn't impact the product that we were selling. That's not true. 100% impacted the product. And there's a reason why Fusion Strike was one of the most complained about sets in history for low amount of pull rates. Okay? So try not to lie to us, Pokemon Company. How about you do a better job keeping an eye on your employees instead of just lying to our faces? Furthermore, we continue to significantly invest in both the production and security of our TCG business. We value the faith for our fans. Nobody gives a fuck about your production. We care about you stopping to lie to us. Why the fuck are you lying to us? We have no indication that the integrity of the product were impacted by any confirmed or unconfirmed theft. You know, they just said nothing. We have no indication. Okay, well, I just indicated to you that there's so many cards on the table that didn't exist in your product. So that's my indication to you. They're going to say, no, this is not a correct indication. This is an indication that our security is bad. I don't know what indication this indicates, but all I got to say is you're lying to us, Pokemon Company. This is clear. It affected the product. Let's see if there's any comments on this. Guys, I want to read some comments here. It's absolutely affected fans. It happened late 2021. This happened during Wave 2, which is when Fusion Strike tanked and people were going 30 to 40 boxes without VMAX alt art and accusing TPC of nerfing pull rates. And these are the only guys who got caught. We got effed over. So PokeBeach is going to keep trying to protect, but we have, I mean, this guy is coming to you and telling you, yeah, this is perfect. Makes sense. During Wave 2 of 2021 Fusion Strike pulls, we barely got any pulls, and PokeBeach is just gonna tell him, go to my website. Makes me wonder about the alt arch from Lost Origin. The only two picks floating around are of Evolving Skies and Fusion. Those two had the lowest hits in consistency. Also, I heard it was from a printing facility north of Texas where this picture was taken, at which could influence a lot of people. Bro, this is clear cut. It influenced the product. I don't know why Pokemon is lying about this, the Pokemon Company. Man, my Fusion Strike box had only 4 regular Vs. It's no coincidence the layout of packs changed for Scarlet and Violet. There's a lot of assumptions in this article. Yeah, I would assume. Let's go to this article. That's protecting the Pokemon Company. The stolen Fusion cards bounced between a few hands before ultimately being offered to a hobby store in Texas named Trading Card World. We were approached by an individual inquiring if we were interested in purchasing hits from the set. I don't think it actually bounced between hands, because the guy was working there. And then he walked up, and when they asked him, where did you get all these cards? He said, I used to work there. So I don't think he actually sold these cards to anyone else. The store told PokeBeach when they saw the seller was offering thousands of the set's rarest cards and realized it would be impossible for an ordinary consumer to obtain such a concentrated amount of them. The seller explained his connection to his source, and we immediately contacted TPCI through proper channels. The store stated TPCI opened an investigation. Private investigator flew out to collect the cards from the store. As you can see in the photo, Pokemon expressed to the store that it was the largest return of stolen property to date. Pokemon concluded their investigation in January 2022, which probably means they identified the original thief. Fans who just saw the photo assume that the stolen cards must have impacted their Fusion Strike pull rates, but this currently can be proven and is probably unlikely. This is why I don't like journalists and reporters, because they lie to your face. They lie to your face with no evidence. This is not proven and unlikely. Bro, you just said it's unproven, so why are you saying it's unlikely? Let's see why he's saying it's unlikely. The cards seem to have been stolen during the production phase when they're restored in boxes. Where they're stored in boxes. The secret rares are printed separately from other cards because of their texture. The secret rares are printed on large sheets cut into individual cards and stored in long wide boxes. At least 5 of those wide boxes are packed into cardboard boxes that's sent off to machines that sort the cards into booster packs. The machine loads different boxes of cards into each booster pack, depending on their rarity. You'll see the boxes are labeled by the rarity below. We imagine the sorting machines alert the workers when they're running low on certain rarities, meaning packs shouldn't have escaped the factory without the proper rate of secret rares. Otherwise, it would be common for packs to be missing cards. Yeah, but this is assuming. Okay, that's cool. I don't know exactly how the mechanism works. I'm not sure if it actually reports a low amount of rare cards. I think what happens is it doesn't look at every card once it's into box. Whatever is in that slot of the box, it will pack. I don't think it cares about the rare. It doesn't look at each single card. That doesn't make sense. I think what makes more sense is, for example, it'll pack every single card in this box, and it'll catch them 5 in a row, 5 in a row, 5 in a row. All right, let me continue. The factories also weigh every single booster pack. This is not only to ensure the packs have the proper amount of cards in them, but it's also so they know what code card to insert into the packs. Secret rares are heavier than a normal card, so lighter code cards are put into the packs to cancel out the weight difference. Wow. This prevents pack weighing on the aftermarkets. So it's unlikely packs with improper weights would have left the factory floor, let alone on a scale large enough to impact the entire print run. Or they could have just been putting heavier. They could have just put heavy code cards. What are you even talking about? What? No, that's why they're weighing every card. Look, they weigh the pack, but that doesn't mean they know every what rare is inside the pack. It's just gonna come off as light. Okay, let's add a heavy code card. What? If you look at the photo of the stolen cards above, you'll notice the cards are coming out of 5 long wide boxes. There's even more cards spilling onto the table. This means the thief probably stole one cardboard secret rare box. Even if the stolen cards manage to detract from the pull rates, Pokemon prints billions of cards. Okay, so he actually did. The article confesses. Even if the stolen cards manage to detract from the pull rates, okay, that's it. You just confessed. You just confessed. Oh, even if it does reduce the pull rates of Fusion Strike, even though the guy stole a full box of Fusion Strike rares, and we only have 5 boxes, so he stole 1. We only have 4 left. But Pokemon prints billions of cards, guys. And only 1 theft occurred in 1 factory. Bullshit. I call bullshit. I call bullshit. Yeah, they print billions of cards, but they don't they didn't print a billion cards of Fusion Strike. They didn't print a billion cards of Lost Origin. They're not printing a billion cards of each set. They're just printing cards in general. The theft occurred at 1 factory. No, that can still affect it. I believe that means every pack from that factory has been demolished. Every pack from that factory is manipulated with. Every card from that factory has lost its integrity. Every pack from that factory. Every single pack. How can you even trust other packs? Okay, if this happened to Fusion Strike, how can you even trust other games or not? This is not happening to. But this article doesn't give a fuck. He just wants to protect Pokemon's name. So he has no evidence. His only evidence, this journalist's only evidence is that Pokemon prints billions of cards a year, and that this happened in 1 factor, so it couldn't have affected the pull rates. This is the dumbest reporting I've ever seen in my life. This is some of the dumbest journalistic integrity I've ever seen in my life. Pokemon is a popular franchise, so there's bound to be a few bad actors. Look, even at the end of the article, they even comment like they're like give up on the argument. They're like, you know what? We're just trying to protect Pokemon here. They did rob the place, and we have no evidence that they didn't fuck up the pull rates, but there's a bad apple everywhere, and might as well just keep an eye on them and don't eat them because they'll, make your mouth sour or whatever. Bullshit. Absolutely bullshit. And so this is the story of the Pokemon Company stolen goods. My only problem is why the hell are they hiding it? I know why they're hiding it, because now they have to go back and do another print run on Fusion Strike and give everybody their pull rates back, and they just don't want to confess to that. They don't want to confess that their security and integrity, their security issues created integrity issues in their product, and that the integrity issues in the product created the quality issue in the product, and that quality issue in the product created the freaking a purchasing issue for the buyer, because they bought a bunch of boxes that didn't get any pull rates. And then it just actually created a hole in the secondary market, which a lot of people took advantage of. Hey Batata, where are you from? Modi Antar. Modi Antar. You sound, are you Modi Antar? Modi Antar, that sounds like a Egyptian name. You sound Egyptian.